Have you ever pondered what the most nutritious food on the planet could be? For many, the immediate answers may be fruits, vegetables, or lean meats. These are all fantastic sources of essential nutrients, and they've been foundational to our diets for millennia. But what if there was an alternative, something that offered a greater punch of protein, fiber, and vitamins per pound than your regular steak or chicken? Let's talk about insects. Yes, those little creatures that we often swat away, step on, or generally ignore. While they may not seem appetizing at first glance, insects have been a part of the human diet throughout history, and today they remain a staple in many cultures around the world. Insects offer a unique combination of nutritional benefits that are hard to find elsewhere. They are rich in protein, often outstripping traditional meats in terms of protein content. Some insects, like crickets, contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein. They are also packed with fiber and are a good source of healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. Insects are not only nutritious, they're also sustainable. They require fewer resources to farm than traditional livestock, making them an eco-friendly food source. And with over 1 million known species of insects out there, the variety is virtually endless. But how does one go about incorporating insects into their diet? You might wonder, well, they can be roasted, ground into a flour for baking, or even eaten raw in some cases. The taste varies from species to species, but many describe them as having a nutty flavor. The thought of munching on a mealworm or savoring a cricket might seem strange or even a bit off-putting, but the reality is our reluctance to consider insects as a food source is more a matter of culture and perception than anything else. What if I told you that the answer might lie in your backyard, buzzing around your picnic, or crawling under your feet? It's a thought worth pondering, isn't it, as we continue to explore the potential of our food sources. Insects present a promising alternative that could revolutionize the way we view nutrition. And insects, believe it or not, are nutritional powerhouses. While it may be hard to imagine munching on a cricket or mealworm, these little critters are packed with nutrients that make them a valuable food source. Let's talk about protein. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissues in our bodies. And insects, they're protein powerhouses. For example, 100 grams of crickets contains about 65 grams of protein. That's more than what you'd get from the same amount of beef or chicken. But it's not just about protein. Insects are also rich in essential amino acids, the building blocks of protein that our bodies can't produce on their own. That means they provide all the necessary ingredients for our bodies to build its own proteins, and the nutritional benefits don't stop there. Many insects are also high in vitamins and minerals. Crickets, for instance, are a great source of B vitamins, which are crucial for brain health and energy production. They also contain iron, a mineral that helps carry oxygen in our blood, and more than twice the amount found in spinach. Then there's the environmental aspect. Raising insects for food uses significantly less land, water, and feed compared to traditional livestock. Not to mention, they emit fewer greenhouse gases. But before you go out and start munching on any bug you find, remember that not all insects are safe to eat. Some can be harmful if not prepared correctly. Always ensure that you're consuming insects that have been raised for human consumption, cooked properly, and sourced from reliable suppliers. So are you ready to give insects a try? They might not replace your favorite steak or chicken breast, but they're definitely worth considering as a supplement to your diet. So insects are not only abundant and sustainable, but also pack a nutritional punch that rivals and, in some cases, surpasses traditional food sources. Now, it's not every bug that you see crawling or flying around that you can pop into your mouth. The world of edible insects is vast and varied, but it's crucial to know what you're dealing with before you start munching. Some insects can be harmful if ingested, so it's essential to be able to correctly identify the safe ones. Insects like crickets, mealworms, and certain types of beetles are commonly found across various regions and are safe to eat. They are not only rich in protein, but also packed with essential vitamins and minerals. Crickets, for instance, are a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies can't produce on their own. Mealworms, on the other hand, are prevalent in the Americas, Europe, and Asia. They are the larvae of darkling beetles and are often used as a protein source in various foods. Mealworms are also a fantastic source of fiber, something you might not expect from an insect. Then we have beetles. Certain types of beetles are edible and are a common food source in many parts of Africa and Asia. They are rich in protein and low in fat, making them a healthy food choice. However, be cautious, as not all beetles are safe to eat. Some species carry parasites that can cause health issues. So how do we identify the good from the bad? Well, that's where a bit of knowledge comes in handy. It's important to familiarize yourself with the insects common to the area you're in. There are many resources available, from field guides to online databases, that can help you identify which insects are safe to eat and which are best to avoid in survival situations. It's also crucial to remember to cook your insects thoroughly. Cooking not only makes the insects more palatable, but also kills any potential parasites that might be lurking inside. Remember, when it comes to insects, identification is key. Not all insects are created equal. So before you start crunching on that cricket or munching on that mealworm, make sure you know exactly what you're eating. Your health and survival could depend on it. We've talked about the nutritional value of insects, but what are the other benefits of including them in our diet? Well, it's not just about packing our meals with proteins, vitamins, and minerals. There's a much bigger picture here. Think about the environment for a moment. Traditional livestock farming emits a hefty amount of greenhouse gases and takes up a lot of land. It's also water intensive. In contrast, insect farming has a significantly lower environmental footprint. Insects emit fewer greenhouse gases, require less land, and need far less water. It's a win-win situation for us and our planet. But the benefits don't stop there. On the economic side, insect farming could potentially create new industries and job opportunities. It's a relatively low-cost venture that can be started with minimal resources. This makes it an attractive option for developing countries where job opportunities and resources are often limited. Now let's talk about food security. With the global population expected to reach nearly 10 billion by mid-century, we're going to need all the food sources we can get. And insects could play a key role in meeting this demand. They reproduce quickly, require minimal resources, and are rich in essential nutrients. It's an efficient food production system that can help address food insecurity in many parts of the world. In fact, in some cultures, insects have been part of the diet for centuries. They're not just survival food, but everyday cuisine. So the yuck factor we often associate with eating insects is largely a matter of perception. In conclusion, the benefits of consuming insects reach far beyond their nutritional value. They offer a solution to some of our most pressing problems: environmental degradation, economic instability, and food insecurity. So, the next time you come across a bowl of crispy crickets or a protein bar made from ground mealworms, remember this: insects offer not just a viable food source, but also a sustainable and eco-friendly one. So, are you ready to include insects in your diet? We've journeyed through a world less explored by many, a world that holds the potential to revolutionize our food sources and consequently our planet. Insects, these tiny, buzzing, crawling creatures, are more than just a part of the ecosystem. They're a powerhouse of nutrition and a sustainable solution to the world's growing food demands. Let's revisit the highlights of our journey. We've touched on the nutritional facts, discovering that insects pack a punch with their high protein content, surpassing even red meat. They are a source of essential vitamins and minerals. And let's not forget, they provide 50% more protein per pound than beef. That's a lot of nutrition packed into a small package. We've also explored the variety of edible insects. From roasted crickets to mealworms, there's a whole new culinary world to explore. Of course, it's always crucial to ensure you're consuming safe and properly prepared insects, but perhaps the most compelling aspect of insect consumption is its environmental benefits. Raising insects for consumption requires significantly less land, water, and feed than traditional livestock. It's a food source that not only nourishes us, but also respects our planet. Now, it's your turn to consider this unorthodox addition to your diet. It's about being open-minded, setting aside cultural biases, and embracing the potential benefits of this underutilized food source. It may require a shift in perception, but remember, many cultures around the world have long embraced insects as part of their diet. In the end, it's about understanding that the future of food isn't just about what pleases our palate, but also about what sustains our planet. The future of food might just be smaller than you think, but it is definitely more nutritious and sustainable. It's time to embrace the tiny, buzzing, crawling future of food.